Well, the double murder trial against former TikToker Ali Abulaban is expected to wrap up this week.
Yeah, today in court, his mother took the stand, delivering, as you might imagine, emotional testimony. Our Zara Barker was there and brings us the latest from outside the courthouse. Zara.
Day 9 of this double murder trial is still underway as we speak, but earlier this morning, Ali Abulaban's mother taking the stand, and as soon as she walked into that courtroom, she started to become very emotional as she saw her son in court. She blew him a kiss and he waved back at her. She testified all throughout this morning about a very troubled and abusive childhood. Ali's mom, Dalal Wara, taking the stand and immediately breaking down when she sees her son in court.
You see him here in court today.
I miss him.
She first testified about Ali's childhood, saying he had an abusive father, was diagnosed with ADHD, but had other undiagnosed mental health issues. His mom claiming Anna and Ali were violent to one another late in their marriage.
I know you're trying to protect your son, but I need you to be truthful with answering my questions.
I'm being very truthful.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Did the defendant tell you that he has punched and hit Anna on a number of occasions?
Not punched. Hit, yes, but not punched.
So he has told you he has hit Anna on a number of occasions?
Yes, but she's also has hit him too.
Moments after the shooting on October 21st, 2021, Ali called his mom and confessed. Wara testified about that phone call and the picture of Anna and Rayburn dead on the couch.
I just recall saying, that's not funny. That's not funny, Ali. Don't say that. That's not funny. And then I received the picture. I looked and I deleted it right away. And I hung up the phone and I literally fell on the ground.
In court, she was confused and sometimes having difficulty recalling what exactly happened that day.
He never said he was going to hide. Come on. Sorry, Your Honor. How is he going to hide when he called the cops on himself? No, I never said this. This is crazy.
But these are text messages
from...
A clinical and forensic psychologist took the stand Monday afternoon, saying Ali's father never returned her calls for an interview. She said during her observation of Ali, he described a physically, emotionally, and verbally abusive childhood.
That he did not have the personality that his father wanted, that his father told him, you look like me, but you have the brains of your mother, or something to that effect. So insulting comments that Mr. Abulaban interpreted as rejection from his father.
And in court today, we also heard from Ali's former boss, who he worked for at Naval Air Station North Island. He testified a lot about how Ali's behavior at work changed pretty drastically in the months and even the weeks leading up to this shooting. We also heard from one of Ali's close friends that they had met back in 2018 when they lived in Virginia, saying that when they moved to San Diego, both of their behaviors and drug use changed drastically as well. Now, what we have all been waiting for, Ali Abulaban is expected to take this stand sometime tomorrow. We've been in the courtroom every day since this trial started earlier this month, and of course we will be in there covering that tomorrow as well. Reporting live downtown, Zara Barker, Fox 5 News.
Our Zara Barker with the latest. Thank you.